Today I'd like to tie for you another classic dry fly, and this is the Catskill. This is the dry fly version of the popular wet fly. The hook I have in the vise is a standard dry fly hook. It is a size 14. The thread I'm going to use is black. I'm going to start the thread behind the eye, and I'm going to move the thread to the middle of the hook, and then I'm going to go forward half of that amount, and that's going to be the location of the wing. The wing is going to be wood duck flank, and I'm just going to use two different feathers. I had two small ones, so I'm going to tie one on each side. I want that wing to be the length of the shank. I'm going to tie that in, tighten it up, moving back to tighten it up, and remove that excess. I'm going to take the other, I'm going to use that natural curve to help me to divide them. And I'm starting a little further back on this one. You gotta push it forward, just there we go. We got that secured. I'm going to remove that excess. Trim that one just a bit longer than the first. That will help with the taper of the body. Going to take the wings and hold them up. I'm going to wrap in front. And then I'm going to figure 8. And I'm going to put a wrap around the wing post. And I'm going to put a wrap around the other wing post. And move my thread back to the tailing position. Bring that back to where the barb, the thread is hanging at the barb. I got a few strays there. I'm going to just trim them off. Now for the tail, I have wood duck flank also, and I want that to be the length of the hook shank. I'm going to tie that in, and I'm going to keep that curve pointing up as best I can. Oop, a little bit too long. Wrap it down and then put a wrap underneath. And remove the excess. I'm going to tie in the body, and that is orange floss. Just moisten this a little bit to help you get control. We're going to tie that right in. I'm going to tie the tags right up to the wing. And bring that thread back. The hackle is brown hackle. I'm going to tie this in by the tip. Stand them at 90 degree and then pull them back a little bit so you won't tie in any of the hackle that you intend to wrap. And I'm going to wrap forward. When I get about halfway, then I'll remove the excess. And wind back up. Stop right behind the wings. Take the orange floss and wrap that. Oop, I cut a little wing fiber. Got to moisten my fingers there and get that on that floss to help control it once again. And I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to hold the floss to the bottom. It's actually to the bottom of my side. And when I trim, I won't accidentally get any of the wing. A couple of wraps in front. Push the thread away with your finger and trim that off close. Put my hackle pliers on my hackle, and I'm going to wind that hackle, palmering it forward, open wraps. And when you reach the wing, you want to put a couple of wraps right there. Put a few wraps in back, and then move it to the front, and put a couple of wraps there. Then I'm going to tie that off. I'm going to take my poke and snip and remove the excess. I'm going to take my bodkin and push the hackle away from the eye of the hook. Put a couple of double half hitches in there. And I'm going to add one more and call it finished. Apply a little bit of head cement. Take a spare hackle and run it through the eye. There we go. Now we know that the eye will be open when we're on the stream. Here we have the classic dry fly, the Catskill. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please recommend me to your friends. Please leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.